Try to get this thing to go for 15 minutes. Unbelievable. So you gotta click live, you gotta get your stream key, you gotta put it in, test it, nothing. Fuzzy screen, refresh it, nothing. Fuzzy screen, so just shut everything down, forget it. Let's start right all over. Who cares, right? You know, you would have a nice relaxing morning. Maybe let's do a live stream, test out the new microphone here, and I got the microphone connected separately from the camera for hopefully a little bit better audio. And you just get so damn frustrated. You want to rip the fabric right out of the furniture. That's Facebook. They know how to rile you up. Something that is so easy. I would stream on YouTube, but there's nobody on YouTube to watch. Well, there is, but not me. See if you can find something to talk about, because we've got a lot of guitars here. Safety issues. Don't cut yourself when you're playing guitar. If you're in an area where you might get hurt, like in construction, warehouses, heavy equipment, saws, knives, blades, paper clips, hammers, staples, tacks, nails, razor, utility knife being one of the most dangerous. Instead of a little tiny cut, those things could easily slice your finger off with a razor knife. They're very, very sharp. I've had some brutal cuts with that. Latest one was 7 days ago, grabbing a hold of a box tack, a brass ones that hold boxes together. I caught that in the right spot, was hanging there on the thing, my hand caught it, and it didn't stop, and my finger ripped into it. Yeah, it doesn't, you don't even think about it, but that's for a guitarist, that's, a week, you're out of business. If I had to play that night, I couldn't. I'd be sitting there, I would have been playing with a Band-Aid, and I don't think I could have played the guitar that night. 7 days, that was Monday, today's Saturday. It's still tender. I still, I was noodling around. I still had to be very careful playing that. I don't know if the guitar is actually plugged in live to this. Let's see, maybe it is. I guess it is, huh? Turn it down a little. Remember when you're playing guitar, don't forget your vibrato. That's sustained vibrato. I'm not going up and down on the fret. I'm going back and forth on the fret, on the neck. Doesn't change the tone, but it makes the note sustain longer. Here's without it. Here. It's like there's kind of a wobble to it. So yeah, that's unfortunately I got a double neck guitar. I've been waiting for October. That's coming in the Monday, and I'm hoping my finger will be healed over a little bit more. That's 2 days. a lot can heal in 2 days, but right now that slice being vertical, I don't know if you can, how close you can see that or not. Boy, I'll tell you what. Oh, it's not so bad like right here playing a note, but when I got a slide, oh, wakes me right up in a heartbeat. Woo! That's, yes, sir. Hey, got a cold. So, guitars and safety. I was using a planer, and the blade, I don't know if you know what an electric planer is, but it's not like a saw blade. The blade is 3 inches wide. So when my hand touched underneath it, I immediately grabbed it and I immediately held my hand and I knew I was fucked, man. Excuse the language, but that was a year and a half from that moment when I touched the planer bottom. I knew immediately I was done playing the guitar for, I thought maybe 6 months or maybe, actually, I you know, I knew what planers are and they don't cut like a knife. They don't slice. So I knew my finger was chunked. And I immediately went to the hospital, and yeah, I was totally correct on that one. I could not play the guitar, even a little tiny bit with that finger. I was doing 3 fingers first. That is one thing to try. Try playing the guitar with your 3 fingers you don't play your G chord with. Like a beginner. It's tough. So 6 months, it gouged out a big ol' hole, and I actually, son of a bitch, you know, I can't, well, after a year and a half, 2 years, if I can't tell which finger it was that got chunked out, that's pretty damn good because, this one didn't get affected, but it did puff up quite a bit during the healing process. Gotta be very careful about infections that it doesn't get infected. So yeah, now I'm gonna have another little bumpity bump there on that finger, so hopefully it won't affect the playing, but that was a year and a half. And the chunk on that one, when it was after a year, I could start to play again. And there's one song. Long Distance Runaround by Yes. And when I went to that one spot, it slid right in there. Oh my God. I could play some songs, but this one song, it slid in there and it didn't wake me up. It like lit me up. Full electronic, 500 volts. Bang. Oh my God. Well, we're not doing that anymore. So a year and a half it took before I could actually really play, and I didn't have to think about something slicing my finger open. So now I'm back to the very cautious. I can't slide that finger. Not yet. Even though it's vertical to the strings, you know, if I did that, it would go into the cut. Whew. So it's still really tender. I'm glad I can play this a little bit. Maybe we'll talk about the pentatonic scale, because I've been wanting to talk about the pentatonic scale since we started playing the guitar lessons 3 years ago. And I started the lessons with the C major scale. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. And the reason you start with major scale, learning music, learning to play the guitar, is that's how chords are made, that's how music is written, that's how the piano is laid out. All the white keys are C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. That's where you start. You don't learn the piano by starting on the black keys. If you started learning to play the piano just on the black keys, that's the pentatonic scale. You could learn to play guitar without learning the major scale. But I don't suggest it because I don't know any piano player that started learning to play piano on the black keys. You could, and same with guitar. You could learn just the pentatonic scale, forget learning the major scale and all that. But here's why couple reasons to learn a major scale first. One, that's how it's written out on the piano. Second, that's how chords are made. Chords are made from the major scale. I may be wrong. There may be a couple chords on the pentatonic scale. I have to research that. I'm not going to bullshit and say I'm a know-it-all. I'm not even close. But major scale, the C major scale is made from the C major chord is made from the C major scale, not vice versa. They didn't put the piano keys on the piano, C, D, E, F, G, and same with the guitar. After they made the chord, hey, we got a C chord, let's make the keys a scale. No, they have the scale first. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. 8 notes. Well, it's 7 notes, 8 notes the octave. That's the scale, that's where they started from. Then they said, hey, we need a chord. The C major chord is going to be the first note of the scale, the third note of the scale, and the fifth note of the scale. 3 notes. That makes up the C chord, so that's the first chord. Not on guitar where you play all 5 strings. That is a C major chord, but it's a C major chord with the same notes repeated. So if you did it like a piano, it would be C, E, G. 3 notes. Then they said, we'll make a minor chord. And they took the third note and they lowered it a half step. Then they added a diminished note. That's where all chords are arranged from, or notes. So it makes sense to learn the major scale, all the white notes on the guitar. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. This would be the same as if you were playing all the white notes on the piano. So that's a total of 7 notes in the scale, 8 notes to play octave. So once you learn all those notes, in all the positions, here's the open position. Then I have a video where it's a game changer where you can go from the open position down here to the top position and not miss a beat by using an open string as you're lifting your hands. So it's very easy to do the chord all the way, the scale all the way. But you're using that open B instead of that one. But it is good to do it this way too. It's good to know all the changes. It can be tricky. You can, when you're doing your scale exercises, do things that are different. So I'm going up. Here's how you shift it. You lift your index finger there. Like on the piano, it's easy. You go C, D, E, 1, 2, 3. Shift your thumb over, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you want to go up the front, you just continue the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. My aunt showed me that when I was like 8 years old, and I was like, that's it. That's all you got to do. You know. That's how I got started. She goes, can you count to 3? 1, 2, 3. Yes. 1, 2, 3. I can count to 1, 2, 3. At 1, 2, 3, now shift your thumb over where you left off and go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can count to 4 too. Now shift your thumb again. Now you're at the beginning. 1, 2, 3. Shift. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can count to 4. I can count maybe to 5 if I have to. Wait a minute. No, there's 6 beers in a 6 pack. I could count to 6, man. And you know, if we're really thirsty, a case, we're up to 24. So I can count 6, 12, 24. You know, so yeah, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 if you want to just stop. Very easy. So when you translate that to the guitar, it was very easy. Then learn the pentatonic scale. We removed 2 notes. Wait a minute. We're removing 2 notes. Yes, we're removing. What notes are we removing? 1, 2, 3. We're removing the 4th, and we're removing the 6th. No, the 7th. 4th and 7th note, they're gone. So now instead of when you're doing the position where it's normally 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, the extension 1, 3, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4. You have to know this by now. We've had 3 years, beginners 101 to learn the C major scale. 1, 3, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4. That's the pattern. The extension. So now all those notes, let's make it easier. Let's remove the notes and make it a pentatonic scale. So now we're going 1, 4, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 4. Holy cow. That's way easier than playing 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4. We just went 1, 4, 1, 4. Or 1, 4, 1, 3 rather. So 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4. Holy cow, we just eliminated a lot of notes. I'm not going to count how many notes were limited. I don't care. So 1, 4, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 4. So of course you're not going to play it static. And then you have the extension down. You could do 1, 3, 1, 3, slide up to 3. But basically this is the box. So now you do hammer-ons. Slide. Bend, vibrato, bend it. Playing a pentatonic scale, what you want to do is you want to do a box pattern. Let's make it really easy. Let's just use the 3s. 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3 on strings 3, 4, and 5. Actually, let's make it easy. Let's just use 2 strings. The 4th and the 3rd. 1, 3, 1, 3. So you see how much you can do just with 2 strings and 4 notes in the pentatonic. Then we'll add the 3rd string back in. 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3. The chords, basically 2-note chords. So take those 3 notes, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, double them up. That's a chord. You kick on your distortion pedal. Full power on distortion, crank it up to full blast. These two notes are some serious power chords. So you don't want to do a full A major bar with full distortion and everything cranked up full blast. It'd be like it wouldn't just knock it down. It would just sound like shit. It would sound terrible. There's just too much going on with the distortions and harmony. That's why when you see everybody rock and roll, they don't play the full bar chord. They just play the lower three or the top middle two or the top two. They never ever play the top one. It just that makes doing power chords fun and super easy. So all these songs I've played on my channel, Donnie Iris. Power chord with 3 notes. Joan Jett, I Love Rock and Roll, power chords. AC/DC, power chords, 3 notes. EAB, all my songs, super easy. The last one I just did, Rock, what the hell's the name of it? Rock Me, Rockstar, the same thing, all power chords. E, G, it's like, oh my God, it's so easy to play these songs. I learned Rockstar in like 5 minutes. I started messing around with Close to the Edge. Oh my God, I got like 2 measures out of that song done. It's like, oh my God, it's so hard. The difference of different bands, different songs, whether you're trying to just have fun and rocking, they're easy chords. But some of the Yes's stuff is just like, oh crap, man. Parallels, I started learning parallels. The lead is just so intense. It's going to take me 2 years to learn. I'm probably going to die and not know it. That's why I picked the easy songs. It's just starting to work on Ain't Talking About Love. Because one, doing retro, where it's songs that we played in the band back in the day, thought it'd be fun to kind of do a little reminiscence, see if I remember the songs from playing it in the day. And yes, we played in the band long enough, and we played the same songs over and over and over between practice and playing out. Ain't Talking About Love was one of them. There goes the Amazon truck. Please bring me my guitar early. Oh God, man, if that Amazon truck stopped, you rolled out with that big box, I would be jumping up and down. Oh God, I gotta look and see. Maybe, come on back. Every once in a while, we'll deliver stuff early. I mean, yeah, he ain't coming here. I can only dream of getting that double neck guitar early. Speaking of Yes and Steve Howe, And You and I would be one of the very first songs I would play on that double neck. Stairway to Heaven, I would have to redo my Stairway to Heaven song, and Steve Howe plays a song on a Dan Electro 12-string called I forget. It's on his GTR album. I'll think of it in a minute. Sunrise, Sunset. I know it's not Moonbeam. I know it's not Midnight Sun. It's got this open tuning on it. It's a lot of the double I do not like to open tune my guitars. I don't know what it is. It's just everybody has quirks and quirks. Eddie Van Halen, Jimmy Page, they got no problem tuning the guitars, open tuning, and it's great and all that. But damn it, it's such a pain in the ass to get the guitar to get it in tune correctly. That's where I like to leave it. I don't like to have to tune the strings down and all that. It's just this, you know. It makes you can't play Led Zeppelin songs like Song Remains the Same and Black Dog, some of Jimmy Page's stuff without open tunings. You can't do it. I don't play those songs because I just find it's a pain in the ass. You know. That's just me. That's I wish it. I could out of 2, 4, 6, 8 out of 8 guitars here, I could detune one of them. I think I could, right? So I don't know if it's laziness. I feel a little something here in the way. I don't know if that's laziness or what, but with the electric guitar, I am going to do the tuning just to be able to learn that Steve Howe song, and then I don't have to mess around. I should probably do it with a 6-string to learn it, huh? What's the name of that song? I don't know. Can I find it real quick? Not messing everything up. GTR solo Steve Howe. Sketches in the Sun. I knew there was a sunrise or something in there. Sunset, but it's just plain sun. Sketches in the Sun. So with the double picking on that, it's kind of like metal ride where see how you do. Almost time to tune the guitar. Good, that lights my finger up. Gotta be very careful there. Sorry about that. Then you're back into the double picking. Pick 2 notes and then pick in between. Way better than acoustic than it's supposed to be, but so it's kind of pretty cool to play those things. So to learn it is tough because you got to learn how do you learn that? Picking one and playing the top string and then hitting the bass line. One, bass is the same. But then there's that note up there in between, so it's 1, Then they pop up. And then I get hit back down to the bass so you don't miss the beat. And then you get after that the beep 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 for lead. While the bass notes are playing. That's not it. Because you got that note in between. And knowing Steve, the bass is going to bounce beep, boom, boom, boom. When you're learning it, it gets confusing. Trying to do it slow and learn the notes, you have to stop and go full speed through it. Otherwise, it's harder to do it slow. Even though that's sloppier than hell on the electric it's going to be sloppy because the strings are just so... They're too easy to play on electric. This type of... That needs the resistance of a heavier gauge string on the acoustic. Like I could play it way better on the acoustic. I just don't feel like plugging it in right now. Because I don't know if that would change the show or not. So that's Sketches in the Sun by Steve Howe. What does that have to do with the pentatonic scale we were just talking about? I don't know. C major 7th, G major 7th, C minor 7th, this is a perfect example of a pentatonic scale. Where you would lower it instead of playing it in C major. I'm getting way ahead of myself. When you change from C major, where it's all the white keys on the piano, and then you eliminate those notes and make it the pentatonic in the same position. You think they keep the same name, they call it C pentatonic or something, but they don't. Instead of the C to C, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, you eliminate those notes. Play the 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 4. It actually becomes a pentatonic. Don't ask me why. I'm just a messenger. I don't write the rules. But that's what it becomes, a pentatonic. A being the lead instead of C. Almost sounds like a song. Hey now. Lower it down a half a step to G pentatonic. And I think it's actually G minor pentatonic, but we'll get into that later. So now the it. Way easier than trying to play G bar, right? G bar's here. You could do G. That's not the same chord I want. So it's 4 strings, 1 finger. This note is dead. Cover it over with your 2nd finger and the 3rd fret, 6th string. G top and bottom. This kind of where you get into Elks Club music, you know, VFW for Lincoln stuff, really relevant type of stuff. We're doing the jazz routine. And if you got a smart amp, kick on the jam and hit the record button and it'll record the rhythm for you. Those are fun chords to play to. And that is the pentatonic. So you 1 4 1 3 1 3 1 4 1 4. Start with a bend up, bring it down. Bend it down. Start with it up, bend it down, and a pull off. That's probably a lick the Allman Brothers have used for years. Excuse me. Oh boy, that's got to be terrible. Oh my God. Coffee break. Ugh. I don't want to be coughing on camera. No coughing on camera. Microphone. Excuse me, number 1. The guitar's number 2. Channel 1. No. The guitar is channel 1. The microphone is channel 2. Let's get everything clear, Charlie. I gotta talk to myself. I've been doing courier business, driving around for 2 years. You know, you're by yourself. I start another job and I got people with me. And it's, man, dude, shut up. It's like, geez, I gotta make up for 2 years of not talking to everybody, and I'm gonna be driving alone for the next year. So I gotta make up for time and I gotta talk for time ahead. Start practicing for the Stairway to Heaven 12 match. Double match. Darn it, damn it, Jim. This whole thing's out of tune. I just tuned it. I'm pissed. It's not easy to tune this thing, you know. Not easy to tune this, you know. Considering this thing I clip on the top of the guitar is a piece of crap. That don't do nothing. Coffee break, beer break. No beer here. So I have the separate sound and all that going on, and it says I'm recording it, and I recorded it last time, and there was nothing there. But the time before that, there was something there. So the one thing I'm surprised is they seem to record and save every single thing you do from the time you hit the bathroom in the morning to the time you hit the bathroom in the evening on any platform, everywhere. They all want to save everything. Except for Facebook, now when I'm recording it and I want to save it, it's not there. Oh my God. It's like, you gotta be kidding me. They save every friggin' thing you do. The one thing I wanted saved on Facebook, a live recording, well, if it's automatically saved on Facebook, I don't know where. So I'm recording it with the software OBS Studio. Last time I stopped recording, it wasn't in the save file. And I know I was at the right place because the other two recordings I couldn't find with the acoustic, there they were. I was like, wow. Found stuff I was looking for and I couldn't find, but I couldn't find the stuff that I wanted to find. That's very interesting. But I do notice we're going on recording 45 minutes, using CPU power about 8% at 60 frames per second, which I'm not playing that fast. I don't think we need to be recording at 60 frames per second. Maybe if I picked up the pace. Could do guitar exercises, scale exercises, which are pretty fun to do, which, you got the straight up and down, but hit every other note. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So you start 1, 2, 3, back up to the note lower, and lowering it every time is 1, 2, 3. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And do it all the way down in all positions. There. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. keep working at different speeds, up and down, faster, slower. See how fast you can get it to go. That's one position, then try doing it this way. Now you just shift it down in the open position right from the top. Once you do that, it's free sailing all the way down. That's where you practice the C scale long enough. That's where the speed comes in. Practice so you're shifting from 1, 3, 4 to 1, open 1, 3. It's as smooth as the closed position. Put a couple pull-offs in there if you want to. It'll get a little confusing in your mind. You'll mess it up a couple times as you're speeding it up, changing positions all over the place, but that's how you practice. Mess it up and keep on going, keep on trying. It's like if you've been in weight training, you do 3 sets of 12, you do enough sets, you can put enough weight on there, you start straining. Same with guitar. You play the scale, it may be easy the first time you play it, but after you do it repetition, all of a sudden you're like, man, you start losing it. I'm not sure. I guess that's the brain synapse, how we all learn. But the same thing. Sometimes when I play like this, some of these Steve House songs where it's all this double picking. If I slow down or practice it apart, all of a sudden it just everything blends together. I can't figure out what notes for what. I'm playing it too slow. But if I went back to the beginning and played the progression in order, I can do it. Now if I just try to play that part there out of order, in the middle, just hit that part and go, I don't think I can do it. Because I don't know. I don't know. I'm not starting where I should, and I don't know where to go after that. But if I did it from the chord I'm used to, it's the beginning of the part. Here it is. So after that, so it does the B major 7th. So I still don't know if I can go there. Not really, kind of, but yeah, and I don't know what the chord is before that, unless I started with the G. A, so. See, yeah, it's funny. I'm gonna make this an hour long. Got about 9 minutes to sit here and yacker. If I was going to name the scores, that would be DC, using 2 notes, 2 strings, in the middle of the guitar. You could go down to if that's C, that would be A, to spice it up at the end. A here too, just these 2 notes. So you can actually stay right here, 2 notes, 2 notes, 2 notes, but you're using the 4th and 5th. Get your foot tapping. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I lost it. Totally lost it. The whole idea is just keep those scales going. Stay in that box pattern. 1, 1, 4, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 4. Even if you lose it, just keep going because you're still practicing the scale. Sometimes you get it great, it's awesome. Sometimes it totally sucks like that was. Oh my god, it hurt so bad right there where that cut is. So no excuse for my sloppiness now, though. I'm trying to go around it, so. And I'd like to go more in depth on, for people learning to play guitar and music, that have any doubts if they can play or not. Basically, like I said, if you can count to 3, 1, 2, 3, you can play guitar. You have 8, 7 notes on the piano, 3 make up the chord. 1, 2, 3. How many times you've heard a song and you hear da 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 da? That's 3 multiplied. 1, 2, 3, da da da. 1, 2, 3, da da da. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, sometimes there's 4 in there, but a lot of songs, that's it. Steve Howe, yes, I could sit and name 1,000 songs. 1, 2, 3, Mood for a Day. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Just chain together. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There's so many songs that are 1 through 3. I can't even name one right now. These I can look for a day. That's how many there are. I can't name one. But if I listened to anything, I would hear that immediately. Oh, there's 1, 2, 3. It's like, okay. I should, you're talking a good talk, but I don't hear anything. You say there's songs with 1, 2, 3. Name one. I'm looking at stuff in front of me, and Kelly Clarkson, Paula Abdul, yes. They're all 1, 2, 3 in there, but I can't find an example, so when I find an example, I may bring it back. So hopefully the recording is successful on this one, because I'm going to be very disappointed if I just spend an hour and it's gone, but I guess I'm prepared for it. I'm not going to flip out like I normally would do. Piece of garbage crap doesn't work. I should probably do a quick video of how to do live streams. It's basically really easy, but it can be very difficult and frustrating at the same time. Love-hate relationship. It's easy because, as you can see, I'm here doing it. So that's easy. And it was easy the first time after I figured it all out. But the second time after 6 months, I never did it. I went back. It's like, oh my God, I'm trying to find people on YouTube explaining it. They talk for an hour like I am before they even tell you that you got to get the OSB software. I got stuff I downloaded to my computer I don't even need. So yeah, I probably should do a video on that, because it's basically OSB software, throw the key in there. And even the team at Adobe, I thought I needed to do Adobe Audition to actually stream online, but that is not an OSB streaming software. Audition is great to get your voice perfect. If you want to sound like the latest announcer for WKRP here in Cincinnati, Adobe Audition would be definitely the tool you would want to use. Shape your voice, shape your tone, shape whatever you want. It's a great tool for using. Absolutely, 100%. But I just want to stream, number one, with the mic out of the camera first. Now I've got the Yeti Blue plugged in, so I'm using a better microphone, and I got the guitar plugged in also. So I've got multiple inputs I figured out using the Scarlett 2i2, what's the name here? Focusrite Scarlett 2i2 audio USB audio interface. So that's pretty cool. So we're going up to 10. I will say goodbye. 9, 8, 7. This is Chuck Ross signing out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop.